Hello everybody. So this video is about the process for getting my surgeries covered with the province that I live in. So brief breakdown of what it is, if you haven't seen some of my earlier videos, is I live in British Columbia, so Canada, so this is only applicable to people who live there. First of all, you have to get a doctor, either your GP or some doctor, to write a letter to MSP asking them, requesting them, recommending you for gender reassignment surgeries. They will send you a letter with contact information for a psychiatrist that they make you see before you're approved, or before they'll even consider approving you. So then you see that person says yay or nay, they send in a report. Within 3 months of seeing that person, you're supposed to hear from MSP either way, yes or no. If it's a yes, you get a letter with contact information for surgeons to do that. Then you contact those surgeons, you have an assessment, you sit on their waiting list, you have surgeries done. That's the process. Where I am at in that process is I have had my GP do a letter. I have received a letter from MSP within 6 weeks with contact information for a psychiatrist. I have contacted that psychiatrist. I waited for 8 months on her waiting list alone before I saw her. And I finally saw her in January, actually on January 22nd. And, sorry, my dog's just bugging me right now. So I saw her, and when I saw her, she's like, you are a perfect candidate. I will definitely be recommending you for gender assignment surgeries. You should hear from MSP within 3 months of today. It's been almost 4 months. Actually, not really. It was 3 months on the 22nd of April. So what are we? I think it's like the 28th right now. So last week, I contacted MSP myself, and I asked them where the process was at. I talked to several people whom were lovely, by the way, to deal with. They were extremely helpful. They weren't weird at all. They didn't treat me poorly. They were very nice and very apologetic, even though, as it turns out, it's not their fault. So I contact them. They have absolutely no information about this. They have received absolutely nothing from the doctor that I saw, the psychiatrist. And after being transferred to a few people, it turns out they don't have anything. And they checked every single month back to before I even saw her. They even checked in December, just in case. Hadn't received anything. No notes on nothing. So it's obviously the psychiatrist. So I contact them. A couple days later, I get an email, and they because I had asked them, I'm like, okay, have you sent it? When did you send it? Can you send me a copy, please? And, basically that I had talked to MSP and they had no idea. So the answers I got was they had sent it in the 25th of March. So I saw her on the 22nd of January, and they sent it to MSP on the 25th of March. So when I was calling and bothering MSP, they had barely had it for a month, which maybe it hadn't turned up yet because they have this weird process where they receive everything, scan it, and then electronically add it to your file. It's bizarre, but whatever. So she had told me they sent it the 25th. I was told that the reason, whatever that is, the doctor was gone all of February. And whatever, I can't believe that it took them 2 months from the date that I saw them to when they say they sent it. I basically had said something along those lines of that's just, really unacceptable. I know of people who have literally waited less than 2 months have gotten coverage from MSP. I've been waiting for over 3. So somebody who started the process after me saw other people have been approved through MSP. So she had said that she would look into MSP on her end of, like, the doctor's end of things to try and figure things out. So as it stands, I still don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know whose freaking fault it is. However, I do have a copy being mailed to me, and it better have been mailed to me, like, today. And the plan is I'm going to take that copy, I'm going to make copies of that copy, I'm going to physically mail it to MSP myself, and I'm also going to take it to my GP and get him to physically mail it to MSP. So, that they've got multiple copies now of this document, and hopefully I will hear with them. Every time I've had to deal with MSP, they've actually been very helpful and quite quick. Really, quite quick. When the initial part of this process, my GP had to contact them and request coverage for gender assignment surgeries. I heard from them in less than 2 months from him sending that letter. Less than 2 months. I think it was like 6.5 weeks. Now, in February, I finally sent in my change of name to them, and in less than 2 months, it was done, and I had a card in the mail, like my new replacement card I had already gotten to me in less than 2 months. So, you know, they've actually been pretty prompt considering they're a government agency, and they've also been really helpful. So I will make another video when I know more, which is hopefully in the next couple of days. You know, I hope for other guys out there in BC that this is not a process that you have to go through. When all things are said and done, and I find out, you know, where the faults lie, I'll start naming names of who I wouldn't recommend seeing and who I would recommend seeing. Right now, I'm not going to talk about doctors' names and stuff like that because I don't know the full picture. But when I do, you guys will be the first to know, and I hope it doesn't happen to you guys. All right. Take care, everybody out there. See you later.